Hi everyone, this is Naina from Angelic Echoes. Welcome back. Today I'm going to bring in guidance from the angels and your guides as to what is it that the divine wants us to know, because I feel we could do with some divine guidance and shift our focus away from our divine masculine or twin counterpart for a bit to focus on ourselves and just get some heavenly guidance, which is always helpful and therapeutic. So the three decks that I'm bringing in, sorry, let me bring you the guidebook for this. This is the messages from the guides. Bringing in the Angel Oracle guidebook. And I'm bringing in the Angel Therapy Oracle cards. This is actually a mini version of the bigger one though. And at the end, I want to just get a message for all of us from the Daily Oracle book to see what the angels want us to know. So I'll do a general one for everybody, and I'll also do a twin flame one. So this video is going to be a twin flame one with divine masculine, feminine, and journey. And then I'll record another one for general guidance. So thank you, angels. What do we need to know? Thank you, angels. What do we need to know about the divine masculines currently? What are they focused on? What are they working on? And how are they progressing? And the divine feminines, what do the divine feminines need to know or work on? And what do we need to know about the journey? What are both twins working on or learning right now? Okay. And can we get similar messages for the divine masculine from a perspective of what are they working on in healing right now? And messages for the divine feminine and the journey. Thank you, angels. Wow. That just flew out. So as I'm trying to talk, my throat is getting closed. So I feel like there's still blocks in communication. And that's what is being healed, because I actually felt like I couldn't talk and I'm coughing to clear my throat. Thank you, archangels and angels, guides, ascended masters from 5D and above. Messages for the divine masculine. What are they doing, working on, healing right now? Divine feminine. What is the divine feminine healing or working on or needs to focus on right now? Okay, thank you. And the journey, what is happening in the journey with the Twin Flame Collective? Thank you, angels. Okay, so let's start with the masculines. I feel like starting with the masculines today. So we've got here emotional sensitivity. Honor and respect your deep sensitivity. It is a gift to us all. So I feel like your divine masculine could be spending a lot of time alone because they're obviously feeling sensitive to other energies, but they're also obviously feeling emotional about you, divine feminine, in a sense that they feeling the connection more, they're missing you more, and they are feeling quite sensitive to the connection. But I also feel that they do have the gift of being able to connect with other people's energies, and they're sensitive to that as well as part of their spiritual gifts. And this is about them taking time out and withdrawing to be able to connect with their emotions as well, to process their feelings and what they're feeling. I feel that's the main message, is they are actually withdrawing to connect with their own emotions and process their emotions and what they're feeling to be able to understand it. But I know that some of them definitely also are empaths. In fact, many of them are probably empaths, where they can actually feel other people's energies because they're sensitive to that as well. And they are obviously withdrawing to rejuvenate themselves. They're withdrawing to understand their gifts, where they fit in the world, but also process their feelings of, what they're feeling in the situation. Honoring their sensitivity by taking time out from, probably social commitments, family commitments too, to be able to give that energy back to themselves, to be able to give back to themselves. So I feel this is also about self-love. That's what I feel they're learning. And some of them are definitely also understanding the gifts they have, spiritual gifts that they're blessed with. So this is what your divine masculine is working on and healing right now. And we've got here courage and bravery. So they're definitely healing to become courageous and be brave. And this is not only about freeing themselves or finding freedom in their situation, but this is about being overall courageous and brave to be able to step into their power for anything that comes their way going forward. So obviously this is about finding the freedom to be able to be courageous and brave to take the next step in terms of following their heart. But this is also about being courageous and brave that when the time comes to make these decisions and when they do reconcile with you, whatever it is that's next on your mission with your twin, you both will have the strength and courage to be able to face anything, because you have to be courageous and brave on this journey for whatever comes your way. In fact, in life in general, you have to be courageous and brave, because we're always faced with obstacles and hurdles, and that's what life is about. So running away from fears is not the answer. So this is about, a life lesson and also healing to become courageous and brave. And they are asking for guidance. They are definitely praying for guidance. They're asking for guidance. They're definitely praying to the higher power above for guidance. They're definitely connecting with the divine within themselves. And they could even be, communicating with somebody that they trust and is close to in their life. This could be a friend or family member for guidance too. But they're asking for guidance because they do want help with in the way forward. And I also feel they're asking for guidance to be more brave and courageous, to give for the divine to give them the strength to take the next step and be brave and courageous to do what's right, to follow their heart. So I feel that they're also asking for guidance, in order to take the next step, but also that the next step must lead to a positive outcome as well. So that's what the divine masculines are working on. So let's see what's happening with the divine feminine. And my right eye is actually feeling a little dry when I connected with the divine masculines. So it could even be that they're all out of tears, or again, they're not liking what they're seeing, but my right eye is really dry. And it only started while I was connecting with the divine masculines. So I feel that some of them are definitely awakening, and the perspective is changing, and they may not like what they're seeing. Some of them may have truly cried to a point where there's just there's a release of emotions as well, where there's no tears left. So obviously each journey and each the divine masculine collective would be in different stages, so it depends on the situation, but this is what I'm picking up on. So I feel some of them are definitely awakening, and I feel some of them are they are really very emotional right now, to a point where there's just no tears left, because my eye was really, really dry. And it's getting better now that I'm connecting with the divine feminine. So for the divine feminine, Archangel Michael is saying the divine feminines need to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. So cut your cords with anything that's negative or bringing you down, or any old memories that you're still hanging on to that is preventing you from envisioning and expecting and anticipating a wonderful future. So sometimes we think we've healed things, sometimes we think we've cleared the past, but there's always your subconscious mind always speaks the truth, and that usually manifests in your dreams as well. So you would see in your dreams that, there's certain things you still need to heal, because it does come up in there, or there's certain obsessive thoughts that comes up that, is sort of imprinted or ingrained in your subconscious mind that you need to release and let go of. Or you'll find yourself continuously thinking about something, or it keeps cropping up because it's something that you need to heal. So those are signs you could use that can actually help you to understand what is it that you need to heal. But it seems like obviously there's still more work to be done. So even though we think that the divine masculine needs to do their work, the divine feminine has work to do as well, because the divine feminine needs to release anything, or forgive the past, release anything that you're still holding on to from the past, where you could still be in fear, or expecting the worst, or thinking the worst, or anything that you've experienced in the past that you still haven't released the pain for. Archangel Michael is saying it's time to cut the cords for that and release it. And you can call on Archangel Michael to help you to cut the cords of the past. And we've got here, raise your vibration. So even if this is about your divine masculine, where you feel like your divine masculine's not coming forward, Archangel Michael saying you also need to release that pattern. So anything that if you don't believe in your twin coming forward, that's also something you need to release. Based on any past patterns or behavior, that's something you need to release, is what Archangel Michael is saying. And call on Archangel Michael to cut the cord of negativity and fear, and to restore your mind and subconscious mind with peace, trust, faith, love, unconditional love, and to raise your vibration as well. Call on Archangel Michael to raise your vibration. You can even call on your guardian angel to help you raise your vibration. But you're being asked to raise your vibration. And this is something that you can do by, again, calling on the angels for support, and doing things you love. I've been, what I do is I try to go to the gym to raise my vibration, because it really does help and make you feel good. Moving your body so that your energy flows, and you're not in this stuck energy, going for walks, going for a run, spending time outdoors, going for lunch with yourself, going for supper with yourself, or cooking a fantastic meal for yourself, or trying out new things, a new recipe, a hobby, anything that you're inspired by. Do that to raise your vibration. And here we have it, let go of ego. So obviously the divine feminine could be in the ego right now, in terms of fears coming up, wounds coming up, and Archangel Michael's helping to cut those cords. But you need to also call on the angels to help you, because if you don't, then they cannot help you, because you have free will. So you have to call on Archangel Michael to help you to cut the cords of fear, doubt, ego, help you to rise above the ego, release negativity as well, and raise your vibration. So I feel this is about believing in your twin. I really feel it's about having trust and faith in your twin, because that's what I feel that the main message there is about. So, okay, so we have for the journey, if you get nervous, focus on service. And it says here, put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. So focusing on service means that you need to obviously leave anything better than you found it. Any place, situation, conversation, people, leave it in a better place, or leave a person in a better state of mind when you just met them, because you need to be of service, where you're able to help other people. And this is part of your mission, is to make the world a better place as a light worker, divine feminine, because you are a light worker. And when you do this, the universe will abundantly bless you as well. So always think about how can you be of service to others, but make sure that you're not doing it at the expense of your own happiness. This must come from a genuine place of wanting to do that, wanting to give, a place of sincerity, to be able to give to another. And when you do that wholeheartedly, then your needs are taken care of. And we have here, and this is also for the divine masculine, because this is for the journey. And I feel this is also what your twin is learning, is to be able to be of service to others as well. And we have here, have you asked your angels for help with this? Your angels want to help you with the situation. However, they require your permission before they can intervene in your free will choices. And that's exactly what I said earlier here, that for you to for Archangel Michael to cut cords, you need to ask for help. You have to call on the angels to help you for this to happen. If you don't call on the angels, it's not going to happen. You have to explicitly pray and ask for help. So you need to call on the angels to help you, and they will help you. And there's inner child healing taking place. So between you and your twin, there's inner child healing taking place. So whatever's happening right now is helping both of you to heal and recover from inner child experiences. And this takes time as well. And we need to have compassion for your twin, and obviously for yourself. You need to have compassion for yourself as well, Divine Feminine, because we all have had some pleasant and unpleasant experiences, but that's part of life. You know, when you experience life in its full intensity, and I've heard this from many spiritual masters, that there's no such thing as right or wrong. It's about seeing things for what they truly are. You experience life with full intensity and, living it to the fullest. You experience both the pain and the pleasure in full, and that's when you're living life with full intensity, and that's how you're supposed to be living anyway. So the point I'm trying to make here is that whatever you've been through, this is what you're healing right now. Whatever your divine masculine's been through, this is what they're healing right now. But there's no right or wrong in spiritual truth. And you can expect miracles. The angels are saying miracles are coming in. So even if the situation feels hopeless right now, there are miracles coming in. And the angels are telling you to expect miracles, because part of expecting miracles is believing that miracles are real. It can happen, and a miracle is on its way. And another thing I've learned is that everything is a miracle if you choose to see it that way. Just a mere flower blooming on its own is a miracle. It's something we take for granted because we may feel unawakened, but as you're spiritually awakened, you will see that everything is like a wonder. We're like living in a magical world where, a tree can grow, you grow, you can take in food and it becomes a part of you. These things we take for granted, but we don't really deeply, wonder how on earth does this actually happen. It's part of the Creator's creation of wonder. So yes, there's miracles happening all the time if you're willing to see it that way. But this message is about your, a miracle regarding your twin flame connection. You can expect a miracle. And we've got your vulnerability and freedom. And this is about, your twin becoming vulnerable and finding their freedom. And this is what's happening. And obviously, you, Divine Feminine, if you are also still opening your heart to be able to be vulnerable, if you are fearing intimacy, this is also what you're healing and learning. And I feel this is also related to this inner child healing, being able to be vulnerable, to find freedom, dropping the masks, dropping things that don't serve you, not settling for less than you deserve. And I feel that this is the miracle, that's coming in. And we've got here forgiveness and understanding. And this is about both of you forgiving yourselves, both of you forgiving the past, both of you forgiving the others who may have intervened in your life in any other way, whether it's in your connection or in any other, relationship or sphere of your life. Forgiveness and understanding is key, because that's part of the spiritual growth and lesson here. And this is something that you need to know, that abundance is your right. For both you and your twin, abundance is your right. You have the right to be abundantly blessed. You need to believe it. You need to know you're worthy of it. You need to know you deserve it. And live your bliss, because this is how life should be lived. With the ups and downs, we need to live our bliss. And this is what the angels want you to do, is live your bliss. And I actually feel like these messages are also for me. So don't for 1 minute think that I'm saying this to you, but I feel this is also for me. So everything I'm saying to you is things I need to practice myself as well. I mean, I do my best to, and I'm sure you do as well, but it's for all of us. Okay, so we're being guided to live our bliss, to see the blessing in every situation, and understand that you will be abundantly blessed because it is your right to be abundantly blessed. Thank you so much for watching. Oh yes, we want a message from the book. So thank you, angels. Let's see. What do the angels want us to know? Thank you, angels. Please guide me to a message in this book for everyone watching. Thank you. Amen. Okay, so we have your hold space for your heart. And this is it. So if your ego is coming in the way, let go of the ego, because your divine masculine is coming and you can expect a miracle. So hold space for your heart. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day or evening wherever you are. Please give me a like. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.